From this view, it's hard to tell that I've spent the last year and a half working on this car. Anyway, so the window regulators for the quarter windows are in their mounting location, and I got the window tracks all welded in place, and they're working the way they're supposed to. And let me, oh, yeah, don't trip. So this one, yeah, I had to do a kind of cheesy repair. The spring broke, it snapped in the middle, so I welded a piece of Allen wrench to both sides because it would be strong enough and it's not gonna break. And if that ever does fail down the road, I'll have to fix it then. But there's that. Finding a double spring like that is not going to be easy, I'm sure, especially for, OEM 37 Hudson. Yeah, right. So anyway, it does work. As you can see, that goes all the way up and all the way back down. Just missing the glass. Gonna have to get the windows cut, safety laminated glass. I'll do that over at our local glass shop. Now the track itself for holding the window, I had to get creative because both sides were completely rusted out. So I used some, if you can see there, see those notches? Does that look familiar? This is actually shelving brackets or shelving rods that I split down the middle and overlapped to get the right width to hold the glass. And then two of the sliders were good, but they were both good on one side, so I had to recreate two sliders. And so we have one original slider on the back of each side, and then one of my new ones on the front of each side, just to keep it asymmetrical, or symmetrical actually, not asymmetrical. Yeah, I like symmetry. It's a good thing. So there's that. Now, what I've been working on for the last couple nights is the suicide hinges. And there's tops and bottoms. I know they look ugly. Yeah, thing about ugly welds, it's like being in the forest. If you ignore them, they won't bother you. So yeah, just think of that. Anyway, so I've been using this little gauge that I came up with to simulate the door lip. And that's about the right gap. And that's in line. You can see that. That's pretty much in line with the body line. And you open this. And it swings out. And no scraping. Does the same on the bottom one, which, yeah, take my word for it. It does it the same on both of them. So that's nice and solid and sturdy. Now, for attaching them to the door itself, I have some 14 gauge plate steel that I'm gonna, gravity again. So anyway, 14 gauge plate steel that I'm just gonna run a sheet from basically the top down to the bottom so that these are on the same plane, and I'll have adjusting nuts on the backside, and I can shim it if I need to. So the pivot points are stationary. They're not moving. Pivot points are stationary. All of the adjustment is going to be on the mounting plate that's going to be welded to the door. So I can, adjust it, the gap, up and down for the body lines, however I need to do it. Because as it is right now, you can, if you look, the door is just a little bit low right there, but the gap down at the bottom is really wide, and the gap at the back end, there's like hardly any gap at all. And so by doing the suicide hinges, I will be able to adjust the door gaps and the level and make it all, make all the gaps perfect and the body lines perfect, and do away with these ugly hinges that are sticking out. So it'll be nice and smooth all the way down with no visible hinges. And I like that. I do. And new subscriber. I want to give a shout out to new subscriber. It's Route 45 Restorations. I definitely learned a lot from your 9-inch rebuild video. And the guy does amazing paint and body work. Definitely go check him out. That's, or is it? No, Exit 45 Restorations. My mistake. Exit 45 Restorations. My most recent subscriber. And just a reminder, if anybody of you don't remember, once I hit 100 subs, I am doing a giveaway. And so I'm like 87 now, I think. So getting up there. So yeah, maybe come springtime I'll hit 100. That would be great. So here she is in all her glory, and the suicide hinges are working out just fine. And the way that I had to mount them to get them on the same axis is basically this angle steel, and I had to cut a whole lot away from the original mounting setup that was on there. And so just welded that, notched it, welded it in place, and then I still have to weld this one in place, but that hinge pin is kind of stuck, so I need to loosen it up and lube it really good before I weld it. And then once that's done, I'll go ahead and mount this one on the other side. So again, making progress. And it's late, it's tired, I'm going to call it a night. And even my tools are resting right now. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.